Happy Friday, friends. I hope you had a wonderful week. I don't know if you could possibly be looking forward to the weekend as much as I am. Wow. Woo, super tired from all of our craziness. And we have had just nothing but a super busy weekend. So I posted a little while ago about having a good relationship with your teenagers. So when I'm talking about that, I mainly am talking about teenage girls because that's what I have right now and that's what I am dealing with. I don't know if I can see better with my glasses or without. Wow, can y'all hear me? Hey, Stephanie, you can hear me okay? Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so that's what I want to talk to y'all about on this Friday because I will be writing the blog shortly, and that's the situation that I have going on in my life right now. And I'm not saying that I'm an expert or that I never make any kind of mistakes because raising kids, especially teenagers, and I really think especially teenage girls, is a challenge. So, oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me, Stephanie. So, I just want to share some of the things that I've learned along the way, some of the things that I'm still learning, trying to get good information. And that's one thing that I'm always doing is trying to talk to other moms about their experiences and their thoughts on certain situations with teens and how to handle certain things. So obviously, teenagers are they're kind of a different breed. You know, all of a sudden overnight your teen, your little child that was just a little angel yesterday sitting on your lap and kissing you, crashing your videos maybe, all of a sudden becomes this person who is really trying to fight for her own identity. And I think that is so important right now, especially, yeah, Stephanie. I mean, Stephanie mentioned her daughter is preteen right now, so they're starting to develop that independence as a preteen even. So I think you might be able to find some of this stuff useful. You know, it's definitely a challenge, and moms, we need all the support that we can get. So, you know, sometimes when they become teenagers, it looks like they are resisting us, and maybe it seems like they're pulling away from us. But if you understand some things, and this is where my nursing background comes in, if you can understand teenage psyche, you know, and their development, it really helps you to kind of understand where they're coming from. Now, of course, teenagers today, they have a lot more challenges than we might have when we were in school or when we were becoming teenagers. Of course, they're the same basic challenges, you know, learning how to identify safe friends and situations and dealing with the temptations of alcohol, peer pressure, sex, drugs, how do you navigate through relationships. But the one constant and important thing is that the parents, especially the mother, for teenage girls, even though they will fight you, butt heads with you, they need you to be as consistent and there as present as possible. And that is one thing that I've really, really learned. You know, I've said this before in videos, I've said it before in comments on Facebook. I really feel like my teenagers sometimes need me even more than the toddlers do. And it's in a different capacity. It's an emotional, that bond that you have with your daughter now or your son now as they're younger is what is going to help you survive the teenage years. So Chloe is going to be 18 at the end of May, and I mean, we're surviving. It has not always been easy. So having teens and toddlers, it's interesting to me because I can kind of look back. So I have some pretty neat things that I have been reading and researching for myself through the years of how to communicate better with them and how to be consistently present for them, how to model appropriate behaviors, how to keep open lines of communication with them, and how to keep that relationship good without taking that teenage attitude or even that preteen attitude that they might have. How to not take that as personally. Hey Tina, whoa, like the boy situation. I'm gonna come to you in about 10 years, and we're gonna talk about cruise because you're gonna be the expert at that point. And you can give me some insight and input on what's going on with your boys. Yeah, I have lots of friends raising teenage boys right now, so interesting. I don't know. I had to me, it is scary to raise girls. Hey, Lori, thanks for popping on. It's scary for me to raise girls because I feel like there's so much pressure. Phoebe has been doing some modeling and she came back with some things that said, okay, if you are 5'8" or more and you're in a size 2 or 4, you fit the ideal body type for modeling, but if you are outside of that size range, then you are considered plus size. Oh, hey, Andrew. I know. I'm trying to speak, clearly, but I guess that coon ass, man, it comes out no matter what. So anyway, I mean, those pressures, those social pressures of trying to deal with body image, and then how we as mothers, our own body images, and a lot of us struggle with that. So it's important to try not to project that or model that kind of behavior so that they see that they're okay. I mean, I have one child who fits into that mold, and I have another child, and my other child is not overweight. She's just a totally different body type. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they're both attractive kids or whatever, and the pressures of those kind of things and how to fit in socially is completely different with the whole aspect of social media and their access to YouTube videos and the things that are out there, y'all, that they can get their hands on. And I mean, I'm sure we would have been all over it if they had the internet back then. But so I'm going to give you some of my best tips on the blog today about how to nurture that relationship and not take it personally when she is flying attitude up in your face. Ooh. I mean, like the coon ass ninja has come out a few times with these kids. Like, I mean, I think I said on Wednesday, the psycho eyeball, that face, I mean, I guess it's hilarious right now. I don't even know if I'm making it right. But that face used to work, and it used to kind of scare them a little bit, but it's not working as much anymore, and they think that I am funny, which Lola starts thinking I'm funny, and that's not good. I'm like, y'all. Okay, so the main thing is a relationship with your child. Your adolescent needs to have this relationship. Even if they push back, they pushing back, they pushing away, and they're seeking the relationship with their friends. But you have to be there with them, because if you are not, or you allow them to go and do all of these things and find out from their friends, and I'm not saying that they have terrible friends or that that's not what you want them to do, but you want them to come to you first. You want them to always fall back on you to find out about these tricky things in life and how to navigate, rather than going in their little social circles and finding out there, which there's a lot of misinformation. Girls look to moms for body image. They look for affirmation of the young woman that they're trying to become. So it's important for you, even though we're dealing with the stress and the attitude, how to, remember, we have to keep that in our minds. Okay, they are just, Don calls it teenage scrambled egg brains. So, how do we remember that they have teenage scrambled egg brains, but we still have to try help them navigate without taking it too personally. So it is definitely an interesting road. Let me see some of these comments. I gotta put my glasses back on for that. Yes, beautiful girls. Oh, thank you. I hope I got enough accent on there for you today, Andrew. Oh, hey, Jordan. Thank you. That's so sweet. I feel like I look so tired. Last night we had Phoebe's regional track meet. I'm super proud of her. I didn't post because my phone died, but Phoebe is a sophomore and she is doing great things with track. And she broke the school record again for the 800 last night, just by a couple seconds, couple tenths of a second. So every week it's getting better. But that was the regional meet, and we're super proud of her. She was about like 6/10 of a second away from qualifying for state, and we're not really disappointed because she's only a sophomore, and our region is really tough, man. Those girls are super talented. So, and Chloe, she's got some exciting things going on. She's gonna be taking some classes, and she had her. If you haven't seen her wisdom tooth video, it's funny. Wisdom teeth extraction yesterday. So we are all crazy, but I appreciate you all for popping on, as always. Thank you so much. I'm going to post the blog up at some point this evening. I will post the link to it under this video, so if you've commented or liked, you should be able to see it. And I will post it in a separate post, and if you're interested in any of the other topics that I've covered, like negativity or healthy meals or anti-inflammatory stuff, you can always pop on over to my website at coachadrian.com. Check it out. Look at the blog section, and there's also some pretty yummy recipes on there too if you're looking to eat healthy. So hit me up anytime if you have questions, any input that you have. Of course, I love to hear it. I appreciate you all for sharing your thoughts and ideas with me, and hopefully you can find some value in this information. Feel free to share it, and maybe somebody out there who is a friend of yours might find some value in it also. So thanks again for popping on. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go live again probably on Monday and continue talking about teenagers. So if you can survive the teenage years, you might be able to survive anything. That is my mantra right now. So, all right, guys, happy Friday. See you later. Bye.